Now, in King Kong 360 3D, you may have noticed that our imaginary fifth tram was pulled off the tracks into the animation by one of the dinosaurs. So that meant that our tram became a picture car. And a picture car is any vehicle that you see on screen. So we have some examples of picture cars coming up here on the left. Now, the very first one you're going to see is Kit from Knight Rider. We then have the Ferrari from Magnum PI. We then have a bunch of picture cars from the very distant future of 2015, used throughout the Back to the Future franchise. We then have some blast from the past cars from the Flintstones. And then we have a whole bunch of the newer picture cars. First one, very excited about this one, is the Ford Anglia from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. We then have the Corvette from the Peacock series Angeline, and a whole bunch of picture vehicles from the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World franchises. We then have a picture boat, and it is Crawdaddy from Jordan Peele's Us. Now, out of the picture cars, you may have noted the gyrosphere from Jurassic World, which is the round blue thingy. Now, there was something missing from that gyrosphere, the glass. The glass was added in post-production using CGI, which stands for computer-generated imagery. And post-production is anything that happens after the camera stops rolling. So that's where you add your CGI, digital effects, sound, and even music. They had to use CGI glass because if you were to film with real glass, it's reflective. So you would have seen the reflections of the camera and the crewmen, and that would just ruin the whole movie. But get your sun hats ready, because we're now headed off to Costa Rica.
Welcome to Jurassic.
You're now seeing some actual set pieces from the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies. Notably on the left, we're going to be seeing the mobile lab from Jurassic Park, The Lost World. And if you look closely, you'll notice it's not actually metal. It is actually made out of wood that is painted to look like metal. And here on the right are the cages where we're supposed to keep the baby dinosaurs. Oh no. Does anyone see the baby dinosaurs?
Where are the baby dinosaurs?
There they are. Oh, those little rascals. I'm so sorry, everyone. They're spitters. That might be my fault. There's a reason I got fired from the dinosaur training department, and it's because all of my dinosaurs spit at humans. Now, throughout the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies, and really movie history in general, weather is often used to enhance the mood of a scene. So, for example, rain can make a romantic scene more romantic, or a scary scene more scary. The first time that we meet a T-Rex in Jurassic Park is during a thunderstorm, where there's a clap of thunder, a bolt of lightning, then you see a T-Rex in the background going, ah, because that's exactly what a T-Rex sounds like. Now, well, we do a lot of filming here in Southern California, but what's one thing we're notorious for not getting around here? Rain, right? So movie makers have to create their own rain. So we're going to do a little weather demonstration here, where I'm going to show you how one would recreate a thunderstorm. So the first thing you need for a thunderstorm is, of course, the thunder, which is created by booming speakers overhead. You then need the flashes of lightning, which is created by strobe lights. And then, of course, you need the rain, which is created by this super high-techy system called sprinklers. And that's how we create the rain. Now you notice that we're using nice, big, chunky droplets of rain, because if you were to film with a light misting, that doesn't show up on camera. So you need the chunky droplets of rain, a little bit of backlighting, and that is how a thunderstorm is recreated for the study. Now, I think that this is actually enough rain. We are in the middle of a giraffe. So can we cut the rain, please? Hello? Hey, cut the rain. It's too much. Wait, what's that?
Here comes the flood! The flood! Whoa!
And that was our flash flood effect, which was created using thousands of gallons of recycled water. And this effect was used in the movie Big Fat Liar, starring Paul Giamatti, Amanda Bynes, and Frankie Muniz. And it was also used in Lady Gaga's Judas music video. And she also filmed here in the old Mexico sets. which you might also recognize as the planet Vashti from Star Trek Picard. It was also used in Community, The Three Amigos, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Nacho Libre. We're now saying adios to Old Mexico and howdy to 6 Points, which is the old Western sets. It got its name 6 Points because during the silent film era, there used to be 6 separate streets in this area, and they could all be filmed on at the exact same time. Carl Laemmle actually invited audiences to come and watch these silent westerns being filmed, and they were encouraged to cheer on the good guys and boo the bad guys. Of course, today that can happen because there's sound in movies, so only one thing at a time can be filmed here. A recent motion picture you might recognize 6 Points from is from the Quentin Tarantino film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You remember that Leonardo DiCaprio's character was filming a television show that took place in the Old West. And all of these scenes were filmed here in 6 Points. And if anybody's watching Angeline on Peacock, they've also heavily used these sets as well in much of the Universal lot. Now we are about halfway through our tour, so just another reminder to please remain in your seats at all times. If you have a medical emergency, drop anything off the tram, or just can't wait to use the restroom, please pull the cord and remain seated. Now coming up ahead of us on the left-hand side, you will be seeing some more sound stages which are heavily used for Universal's competition shows, including Great American Song Contest hosted by Snoop Dogg and Kelly Clarkson. They're also used for several other shows such as The Voice and also the daytime award-winning Emmy award-winning daytime talk show, The Kelly Clarkson Show. Also on the left, you're noticing a body of water, which is called Park Lake, but it has the unofficial title of the Hollywood Ocean, because using clever camera angles and digital effects, you can make this look like any body of water you need it to be it an ocean, a lake, or even a lagoon, like in the monster movie classic, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Universal has a very long and proud history with monster movies. Many of them filmed on the left in the Little Europe sets, where they're currently striking the set for season 4 of Never Have I Ever, and striking the set is when you take the whole thing down. But like I said, many of the classic monster movies were filmed there. Carl Laemmle Jr. wanted to spice things up here at Universal, so he encouraged the making of the movies such as Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, The Invisible Man, and The Wolfman. But you are all very lucky you got me as your tour guide, because I'm super well connected here at the Universal lot. So I'm getting us into a real sound stage, stage 50, which is a hot set, meaning that there is active production happening. They're not filming right now, which is why we are allowed in here. But you will see that it is currently set up to be a train station, specifically in the city of San Francisco, which we can tell by the signs that say, "Welcome to San Francisco." We're using context clues here, everyone. Now, Soundstage 50 is a really unique stage because it is the only one that has 2 floors. Whoa. I'm so sorry, everyone. It's like a little tremor. There's no need to worry. Okay, this might not be the little one. It's the big one! You need to be scared. Don't you get scared.
Truck! The truck is crashing down! It's gonna blow! Oh! I'm okay.
And I spoke too soon.
Water!
Richard, get us out of here!
Now we're evacuated. Now it's being recycled.
An 8.3 magnitude earthquake on the Richter scale. And this was a practical effect, which means that it happens live in front of you. And this effect was used in an episode of Bones.
You don't see many of those practical effects nowadays because the practical effects are unionized. They don't like that.
Now, not gonna lie, I do feel a little bit bad about tricking y'all into an earthquake, but I'm gonna make it up to you by having a nice beach day in the quaint New England town of Amity Island. Now, I know that this is the town from Jaws, but my good friend George is out there. He's patrolling the area. There hasn't been a shark spotted in years, so I think we should be just fine. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, no, and there's a shark. Okay. George? George! He's underwater. He can't hear me. Everyone yell for George on 3. 1, 2, 3. George! Oh no, he can't hear us.
Where'd he go?
George? Buddy? Oh. You know, it took real guts for him to be out there, and there they are. Okay. This looks like a really bad situation, so I think maybe we should hide behind these barrels of gasoline. I think that's the thing. So we do have a barrel of bait set out there for the shark. Good, he's taking the bait and the entire pier with him. Okay, that's not a good situation. Oh! Oh! Oh, my Lemley, this is a disaster. You know, at least we didn't see any real-life actual sharks. And I have once again spoken to
There's that shark.
No, you're not supposed to get me wet. I thought we had an agreement. But give me first shark, everyone. Isn't he amazing? Anyone know what kind of shark that is?
Shark.
Great white? Close. It's actually a plastic shark. But we have an amazing shark here at Universal, always on cue, as opposed to the shark that was actually used in the movies, who was named Bruce after Steven Spielberg's lawyer, because get it, shark lawyer. Anyway, the shark became so problematic and caused so many issues on set, they ended up renaming him Flaws.
That's a much more like shark. The shark is frustrating. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio waves. They were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited.
The shark worked well enough. For a while there, we had the biggest success. So I really owe the shark a lot.
But despite all of Jaws' flaws, it all worked out in the end, because Jaws became Universal's first summer blockbuster hit, and to this day is still considered to be one of the most successful movies of all time.